I mean, really, I look at the abilities of the founders. I know that's an obvious one to say, but you're just really looking for people who are very fast, very resourceful, very positive, like really important. And I don't mean in an unrealistic positive way. I mean in the like, you know, Elon is overquoted. I mean, it's amazing, but basically, like, you know, there's a like quoting him is almost like quoting Jobs at this point. But basically, there's this thing with Elon where someone was he was talking about getting to Mars, and they're like, "Oh, you sound very optimistic." And he's like, "Optimistic?" He didn't mean it in an optimistic way because he knew how hard it was going to be. But he's like, the grim determination of going to do it. That kind of positivity is what you really need, because the startup is so hard that you need to be like very resilient, right? And you know, I think so. Obviously, high intelligence, work ethic, all the type of stuff. But I think the positivity thing, it's hard to measure that in one interaction, because lots of people will break if you put enough pressure on them, and you don't really know who has like titanium, adamantium skeletons until that pressure actually arrives. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, and considering that it's not something you can decide quickly. What's your process like? What's your sort of personal due diligence to assess the founder qualities that you're looking for?
Well, I mean, you know, I prefer getting to know folks based on like something they've done online. Like they've got a portfolio of things, they've proven they can ship things in the past. They, you know, like for example, Feroz, who I can't pronounce his last name, but he was a Stanford student who built a YouTube Instant in a day, right? And then he sent that off to Chad Hurley, and then he got a job at YouTube and so on. Like, essentially, like a demonstrated track record of accomplishment is important, and just basically being positive, relentless, and you know, as a VC or as an investor, or as an angel, what you really want to do is throw coins into a hot air balloon. Right, in the sense that you want to have somebody who has independent lift, right, who's going to take off on their own, and is going to get to that destination. And then, you know, the money is a help. It's not even necessary for you to do it. They would be able to do it even without you, right? And that's a person who, you know, like as an investor, you want to bet on, typically. Now, that's much easier said than done.